The Gators will kick it away to start. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Finds his big tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Motion from the offense. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Second down coming up. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To throw, it's Lagway. Makes the grab. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Here's the give off the left side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I'm talking about making it easy for an offensive quarterback. Pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Snap it to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
The defense was all over. They know 3rd down, the quarterback can be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
That play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on the field.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll leave it with the lone back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break the long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to scramble. Got his man on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
How great is it to have a running back? You can basically run your entire route tree. You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
To the air. It's Ewers. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Smashes through the tackle. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! They'll try to add another to their lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Well, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
On the move to his left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell. He's outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to beat.
After the misfire, now on second down. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Gators will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
Remember back when I played for the Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Makes his connection. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Blue. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
first down, and you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll give it to the back. Trying to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Texas! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, gigantic implications in this top 15 battle today, and check out what's going down. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 21 to Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to throw, it's Lagway. He's got it. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
The handoff to Johnson. Breaks the tackle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the ball.
He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
Man, that dude has some jets. They run the replay, forget handing the football off. He takes off, and he is a running back in open field, chewing up yards. Nice big play by that young man.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for the offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense, understanding the situation.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
The quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. He can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line. You've got to be really smart with this football.
to the air. It's Lagway. On the run, still looking. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the third and goal.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And that is no good. Guys, the missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
And there just has not been a lot to write home about this year for this football team. Offensively, defensively, or even on special teams. Just not a lot of bright spots this season.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds a man on the left. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
On second down, he'll fire. Delivers the stiff arm. Bulldozes him. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found daylight, it was Katie by the door, baby. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down this. I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. Just trucks through it. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. It's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs. Obviously, I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Complete downfield. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll go with a direct snap. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Scanning the field, it's Flagway. And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas!
And how about that play by this defense? Beating the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the...
Gets away from one, finds some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. Defense in press coverage. Off the RPO, complete. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from the loss.
It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Escapes it. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fights off a defender. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gets it out fast.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
It's hard to stop right now. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, you want to be creative. You want to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Back to pass. It's Ewers. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It's now 2nd down after the short completion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Yeah, a great job by the QB. Find the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out and put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Offense set on 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. And he is run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw, it's Ewers. He's taking the shot. Holds it in on the left. Another big game for this this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The Longhorns in the hurry up. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. He'll just keep slinging it. Dumps it to the back. Pulls it in. It's blue. Running through contact. Open runway ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the ball.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Can the D deny them on second and goal? On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Quarterback checking the play. Needs to get it in the end zone on third and goal. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Tempo and overdrive.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Grabbed on the outside. It's Wilson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On fourth down, looking to pass. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking to pass. It's Flagway. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, the freshman lucky that one didn't get picked off.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? They just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
From the gun. He's got it. Touchdown, Texas. And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish. Now they have done nothing wrong.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on 1st down. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They